Hampton University, a historic institution known for shaping generations of politicians, doctors, educators, and artists, is preparing to add one more name to its legacy. Danita Lamadieu, a senior marine biology major from Covington, Georgia, determined to leave her mark on the world. The big question I wanted to ask is what made you interested in marine biology?
Okay. I feel like I always have a very silly answer to this. The real answer and the answer I give on applications are a little different. So, like I want to die knowing I contributed something to the world. And so like I started going back to like some of the interests I had when I was a child, and I always loved the ocean. I'm allergic to a lot of things on the land, so I was like, okay, the ocean's something I can work in, and I love marine mammals and all these things. So I was like, okay, what does that really look like? And I found through searching and watching videos and texting people through Instagram and all that stuff and LinkedIn, I found Black Women in Ecology, Evolution, and Marine Science, and it's an organization that was created during COVID, actually. That was genuinely meant to just bring Black women in the marine sciences together and let us have a community together. So is that yes, all those things, but I also was like really obsessed with mermaids growing up. And I just like used to, when I was really young, I really wanted to be like one of those online mermaids who like deep dived in different parts of the ocean.
Her journey to Hampton wasn't easy. After high school, Lamadieu was accepted into Charleston University with more than $80,000 in scholarships. However, what seemed like the perfect opportunity quickly took an unexpected turn.
I can look back and say not everything was negative, but when I was in South Carolina, I experienced a lot of discrimination for being a woman, for being black, for not being rich, just in all the ways you can be discriminated against. And so when I looked to transfer, I wanted to try to find an HBCU with my specific major in like the marine sciences, marine biology specifically. And there's only actually two HBCUs with that exact major. They have a lot of things similar at other HBCUs, but not particularly what I wanted. So it was either Savannah State in Georgia or Hampton University, and I just felt like Hampton fit me better. So
When she suddenly lost that financial support, she realized Charleston was no longer the right fit. And that moment led her here, to Hampton University, where she found her footing, her people, and her purpose. Now Lamadu is thriving. From excelling in the classroom to conducting research aimed at improving her community and protecting marine life, she's turning her passion into impact.
I understand. So hi birdies, but one of my projects, as I said, we attached um, we attached the cages to these like little vines and put them out. It's pretty high tide, so you can't see it. I don't know. I don't think these are one of my cages. Can't see my cages. I currently have trays and cages that I built in the water, actually right behind hers, but it's too high for you to see them because they're completely in the sediment right now. Um, but that project is basically about trying to see if sedimentation or predation is what's causing oysters to not be able to live in the sediment in the Hampton River. It's because the Chesapeake Bay currently is trying to do oyster reef restoration on the to create a living shoreline instead of the rocks that Hampton has, to rebuild the ecosystem over here. But we're trying to figure.
Still, she says none of this would be possible without the unwavering support of her family.
My mom's always been like, do whatever you want and I'll help you make it happen. Type of lady. And so there was always support, but she also just didn't understand. With TDP, that's my last summer internship though, they actually let us bring a family member at the very end to look at our little, we had a research symposium, and they brought back a bunch of TDP alumni, and we get to bring our families, and they got them like the flight and a hotel, and I think like a few like meals and stuff. And so I brought my mom because I really wanted, like, she's the only reason I'm here in the first place, with all those sacrifices she made in Charleston, all the sacrifices she made to get me to Hampton my sophomore year so much. Um, so I was like, I want my mom to see me like finally like achieving something.
Her mother, Tabitha Lamadu, has been a constant source of strength, making sacrifices, opening doors, and providing encouragement every step of the way. Above all, she says her greatest wish is to simply see her daughter doing what she loves. Today at Hampton University, Danita Lamadou isn't just building a future, she's making a difference, both in her community and beneath the surface of our oceans.
one of the most hardworking people I've ever met here. Actually, I'm not gonna lie. She involves herself a lot in like a lot of things, especially specifically within her major, her field of interest, so marine biology, animals, environmental science. She's always have an internship lined up. Always, always, always. She goes out of state, sometimes even out of country to do these panels and conferences, and she's a part of a lot of orgs.
As graduation approaches, Danielle Amadou is stepping into the next chapter of her life, and her story is a reminder that the path to purpose isn't always straight, but with determination and support, it can lead exactly where you're meant to be. From JAC 340, I'm Sydney Chapman, signing off.